Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive, and today we are heading to the Emerald Isle itself.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland and land of saints and scholars, as they say.
Exactly right. And we have a really interesting collection of articles and listener submissions about Ireland.
Yeah, some really great stuff.
Yeah, so many fascinating things. So
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could jump right in and just start talking about some of these because this is a country with such a long history, a really unique geographical location, and people just have so many questions.
Right, and misconceptions, too.
Yeah, well, that's true, too. So maybe let's start with one of the kind of classic things that people always ask about Ireland is like, why are there no snakes in Ireland?
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. I mean, everyone's heard the legend of St. Patrick, right? Driving out all the snakes, banishing them into the sea.
Into the sea, yeah.
But the real story is a little bit more grounded in science and geography.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, snakes just, they weren't able to get there, right?
Right.
But Ireland became an island after the last ice age, so they were cut off from the mainland.
Ah, so it's the Ice Age's fault.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. The glaciers retreated and the sea levels rose and Ireland was isolated, and so any snakes that might have been there before, well, they were stuck. And then there's also the climate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ireland's not exactly known for being a snake's paradise. It's a bit chilly and damp for most of them.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So speaking of things that have survived for a long time, we also got a few submissions about some of Ireland's oldest structures. And one that really stood out was Sean's Bar.
Oh, wow.
Have you heard of this place?
Oh, yeah, Sean's Bar. It's incredible.
I was reading about it, and I can't believe a place like that has been around for so long.
It's mind-boggling, right?
Yeah, it's been operating as a pub since like 900 AD.
900 AD. It's unbelievable.
And it's still going strong.
Still going strong.
That's amazing.
I mean, can you imagine the stories that those walls could tell, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. The history that's passed through that pub. I mean, everything from Viking raids to, the Great Famine to...
to the wars for independence. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing.
It's incredible. So it's not just about, the drinks. It's about the history. It's about the community.
Exactly. It was a gathering place. It was where people would come together to share news, to tell stories, to celebrate, to commiserate.
Absolutely. And it's still doing that today.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So another really cool structure that we got a few submissions about was the Hook Lighthouse.
Oh, yes.
In County Wexford.
Yeah, beautiful lighthouse.
800 years old.
At least 800 years old.
Amazing. And still in operation.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest operational lighthouses in the world.
What a testament to human engineering and just the need for light and safety on the seas.
Right, and think about all the ships that light has guided to safety over the centuries.
That's incredible.
It's just incredible.
And it's still doing its job today. It's
still going strong.
It's really cool. So we've talked about snakes, we've talked about pubs, we've talked about lighthouses. I think it's also important to mention that Ireland isn't just known for these sort of physical things, but also for its really rich intellectual history as well.
Absolutely. It's known as the Island of Saints and Scholars for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about that side of Ireland?
Well, during the Middle Ages, when much of Europe was in turmoil, Irish monasteries became these incredible centers of learning.
Oh, wow.
They preserved classical texts, they developed their own unique style of art.
Right.
And they really helped to spread Christianity and knowledge throughout Europe.
So they were kind of like the keepers of knowledge during a really turbulent time?
Exactly. They played a vital role in preserving the intellectual heritage of Europe.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were also renowned for their scholarship and their piety.
Yeah, and we still see the legacy of that today, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Irish writers, poets, musicians, they've all contributed so much to the world.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from snakes to saints to scholars. But there's one more thing I want to touch on before we move on.
Okay.
And that's Halloween.
Oh, yes, Halloween.
Because believe it or not, this holiday that's so popular around the world actually has its roots in ancient Ireland.
That's right. It all goes back to the Celtic festival of Samhain.
Samhain, yeah.
Yeah, which marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter.
Right.
And the cults believed that on this night, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became thin.
Oh, wow. So that's where the whole, spooky ghosts and goblins thing comes from?
Exactly. They would light bonfires to ward off evil spirits, and they would wear costumes to disguise themselves.
Ah, so trick-or-treating is just a modern version of appeasing the spirits.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, the customs have evolved over time, but the basic idea is still there.
That's really cool. I never knew that Halloween had such deep roots in Ireland.
Yeah, it's a fascinating example of how ancient traditions can influence modern culture.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've covered a lot of really interesting stuff about Ireland today.
Yeah, we've just scratched the surface, really.
But hopefully our listeners have learned a few new things and maybe even been inspired to learn more about this amazing country.
I hope so.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of Ireland.
It's been a pleasure.
And we'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration of the world around us.
See you then.
Bye.